This episode of the I'll Try That podcast is brought to you from our friends at Beer52. Fancy some free beers this Christmas? It's Beer52's award season, where they showcase the very best independent craft breweries across the world with 8 new and exclusive beers that you just won't find anywhere else. Simply go to www.beer52.com/trythat and cover just the £5.95 postage to receive your free case of 8 incredible beers now.
What is Beer52? I'll give you 4 words. Immersive beer discovery experience. This month is an absolute cracker. This, as Joe just alluded to, it's celebrating some really fantastic proponents of the craft beer movement. Huge players within which Omnipollo, they've got Outer Galactic, smooth and super drinkable pale ale, vibrant hop profile and beautifully rounded palate. You'll be coming back for more, I'm quite sure. In addition, Basqueland, anyone guess, and that's from Spain. They've got a reputation for brewing exceptional dark beers, and we're trying the adventures of Mr. Malty as part of this pack this time. So look, stay tuned, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that later on.
But don't like dark beer, simply choose the light case. And don't forget, you get a couple of tasty snacks, which we were going to review, but we ate them all very quickly at the start of the
Pretzels,
podcast.
I remember pretzels.
There was pretzels and some spicy peas, I think.
All gone.
All gone. But you can learn about all of the fantastic breweries featured in the case with the award-winning Ferment magazine. Even if, after all that, you're still unsatisfied, you can simply pause or cancel at any time. So that's www.beer52.com/trythat to claim your free case now. That's beer52.com/trythat.
Should we get tasting?
Stone Brewing. Can I talk about them?
You can. I hear they're quite good, Stone.
Oh, I just love Stone Brewing.
Well, yeah, we
can tell. We can tell from here that you're really
yeah. We gathered that because when we divided the beers for all of us to try the different ones, you said, "I'm trying this one. This one's mine."
He actually grabbed it with both hands,
and I haven't let go of it since.
Who's grabbing things with both hands?
Can I have a sip? Oh God, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
I will allow it. You can try some of this. So we're trying the Stone Hazy IPA in a very psychedelic looking can. And we'll
it
probably
like it's melting.
It does look like that one time I was at a festival. That's what I was seeing.
There's a little horny devil at the bottom. Did you bump into a mirror by any chance?
Horny.
So for those who have been living under a rock, a craft beer rock.
Or not a stone.
You really missed that one.
I did miss one.
Yeah.
I set him up.
Electric banter.
Stone is considered as one of the fathers. Is that the right way? Or we're doing the starting breweries of the craft beer. Founding fathers of the craft beer scene from the States, hailing from San Diego. We have talked at length.
Which of course means Wales, which I. Oh, we don't do Anchorman quotes anymore, do we? It's not like 2006.
That was a classic.
That was too quick as well. I thoroughly enjoyed that. San Diego.
The Germans.
Yeah, have a bit more Stone.
Yeah. I can't. I'm dying. Carry on.
I think I've gushed a bit too much about Stone Brewing. I think this is a very, very tasty hazy IPA, and I am not surprised in the slightest. They are on Beer52's exclusive discovery tour of award-winning beers.
Am I reading correctly? We've alluded to also that because it's a Beer52 episode, you get Ferment magazine, which also I should say is celebrating this month its 10th birthday this time.
It's 10. Well, it can't drink beer, can it?
Ferment this time. Yeah, it can carry beer? I don't know.
If it's French, it could have it with meal.
Oh, it would then be Ferment magazine.
Something crazy, isn't it? But it's probably just exclusively wine that's like with a meal. With like 10 years old.
I thought it was 16.
I don't know. Anyway, we don't know.
Up until 1981, school children in France used to be able to have a glass of wine with their lunch.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know, it wasn't until recently Russia declassified beer as a...
Yeah,
It's-
they used to go,
it's
anything
now-
under about 12% used to be a soft drink. Well, good that we've stayed on topic. I mentioned Ferment Magazine there, because also what's quite helpful with their awards format that Beer52 are doing this time is, because I was about to ask you, Joe, which award Stone has gone in for, because this is really helpfully, segmented the beer, so it can tell you what you're having in your case and what you should be trying first if you've got a particular leaning to anything. So what did Stone win, I think?
The Technical Brewing Award.
Okay.
Which makes sense given they're like a big player in this field. They literally have a technical director of brewing. So that makes sense,
I reckon he's the most unfun person in the brewery.
Really? Why is that?
No, technically, you're going to be drilling down to things. They're not going to be cutting any corners, are they, or anything like that? Just being a bit loose and free.
But that's not what brewing is, though, is it?
Well, I feel some breweries should be more loose and free.
I don't think you'd have got the same success that Stone Brewing would have got if they were a bit loose and free with their beers. I think they've got meticulously crafted and been very technical with their brewing, which is why you've got these amazing crafty beers. And why they've won this Technical Brewing Award.
Well, okay, so shall we move on then?
Yes.
Because you said we like Stone. Thumbs up. I have got the winner of the best session beer. Would anyone like to guess? Throw the names of any breweries out there who they think might have won and done this?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of great sessions.
It's such
a big area, isn't it?
Session beer does sound like quite a broad scope, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it could be a pale ale, an IPA, a lager, pilsner.
Yeah.
It could be a pilsner.
if you say session to me, I think of Founders Brewing in the States because they popularised for me the session IPA.
Yeah, okay. It's a very good answer, but it's not the one we're looking for.
Okay.
Drabbers, would you like to suggest a beer that's been this one? Would you like to read it off the can and then pretend that you got the answer right?
Foster's.
The original session beer.
It's a very bad answer and one we're ashamed of you for suggesting. No, this is Freedom Brewery, helpfully named Sesh. 3.4% session Pilsner. I actually kind of went, after I had the first sip of this, because actually there's a bit more going on with this than I would normally associate.
With a session.
With a session, yeah.
Because you think easy drinking, you think low ABV or lower ABV than normal.
Yeah.
I'd love to try that.
Have a little go. This is, I'd say this has got more a bolder taste profile than like strong lagers of
that's stronger than a pilsner that I normally expect
5%,
as well.
something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that is unusual. I love that.
It is really good. Yeah, a bitterness of combining the bitterness of Challenger hops, citrus aroma of Kazbek.
What on earth is
so
that?
actually, that's one I myself have not come across.
Is that a type of hop, Kazbek?
I believe so. Yeah, exactly. Wow. So they've gone something. I quite like that. Picking something out that you don't see everywhere else. Mm. That's really good. I kind of like. I mean, if it were me, I didn't give out the awards. That's not what I personally expect from a session beer.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why they got the award, because it's a session. I get what because it's 3.4% to your point earlier on. It's a pilsner, easy drinking, but it's got something else going on.
I think you got to say, challenging your idea of what what a session beer can be is not a bad thing at all. But yeah, very crisp, very fresh, very drinkable. And actually just captures the imagination a little bit more than other sessionable beers, I would say.
Yep.
Oh, I like that.
Look at you now.
You look at me. So I'm drinking from the Barcelona Beer Co.
Ooh.
Which I personally never heard of until today.
Well, I'm again reading over your shoulder, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of you. That might be why it won the category that it's won.
Well, yeah.
Is it like newcomer?
Best newcomer.
Yeah.
best Newcomb. That's probably what I have.
Best Barcelona brewery.
But they said,
Best brewery Rich hasn't heard of.
but they are in their seventh year of brewing.
That's pretty new.
No, I suppose that's pretty new in the beer world, and of course they hail from Barcelona, which is quite cool. And
So is this the one? Sorry, is this the one with the piggy can?
with the pig can,
The
on it.
piggy
yeah,
can?
with the piggy can. on
That can is phenomenal.
It's a
I've
cool
never seen
can,
anything
yeah.
like it.
It's got a funky pig giving me the thumbs up, which makes me when we pulled all the beers out, I saw them on Barber's kitchen top, and I was like, love that pig can. And everyone's like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're pigs with wings.
Pigs with wings.
Who thought they could fly?
Well, is that maybe we might have to dive into this a little bit further later on, but it's it's I don't know, something remarkable about the fact that the beer is out there.
I like that. It goes,
When-
it's got a slogan on the bottom that says, if you're looking for a sign, this is it. Then it has a pig.
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought that's what they were doing.
Yeah, I get that. But what I quite like was I was just having a read, and as a diabetic gentleman myself, their beers are brewed with no sugar.
Oh, that's good. Are they gluten free as
And
well?
gluten
My friend
free as
Will
well.
would be very happy.
There we go. Well, there we go. So yeah, and I'm trying I'm going to butcher this. Cerdos.
Curdos, it could be Cerdos Veladores.
Pale Ale.
Cerdos
I
Veladores.
feel like I've been transported to Catalonia right
Yeah,
now.
premium craft beer.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot, isn't it? So you can
Yeah.
pronounce things incorrectly.
You know what the worst part was? I lived in Spain for a long time.
Yeah.
Dos cerveza, por favor.
Yeah. Grande patatas bravas.
Gracias.
But you weren't really feeling this to begin with.
No,
were you?
I wasn't.
And then we each had a taste, and we went,
That's brilliant.
we really like it.
I thought it was again. What I'm already finding is all of these beers are standout in that they
in their own, yeah.
almost award winning, but they're like just actually very different to like what I was expecting them to be.
And you know what the annoying thing is, was you guys said, yeah, it tastes really good, and it's grown on me, which is the worst part, because I didn't want to admit defeat. But I have, and I quite like it. It's got a nice little nutty taste to it.
It's lovely. It's really. Is it malty? Is that the phrase? Is that the word I should be using? It's like how, not to say it's the same level of, but when Heineken Silver came out, and it was like it's like a real malty beer, and we were like, oh, actually, that's really tasty. I'm getting another level of malt on this beer than I did on that one.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a malt. It's got a maltier hit.
Hazy golden, floral fruity, Magnum and Golding hops that have been used there. A textbook English pale ale, as well as being gluten-free with a light golden colour and a creamy white head. Floral and fruity notes all are perceived on the nose, together with a hoppy aroma with sweet cereal notes, I can get that, on the palate.
Cereal.
The sweetness of the cereal is predominant, I agree with that, combined with the freshness of herbal and citrus hops, watch out Rich, long and easy to drink.
So we've got a bit of a floral vibe going on here.
Yeah.
And so,
Floral
did we say
cereal.
we had the hops somewhere? What were the hops again?
They are Magnum and Golding.
Magnum and Golding.
And it does rate quite highly on the malty scale.
It is malty. I think that's...
Roasted, malty, you getting that kind of... CCC.
Yeah, we've got the words for it. But then it was described as an English pale, wasn't it?
Yes, because that's the style of beer.
Yeah.
Done by the Spaniards. Well, I would have that again. I don't know where I'm going to get it outside of Beer 52 case, if I'm being honest. But that was
That's why it's exclusive to Beer 52.
Sorry, it's exclusive.
It is. No, as in like this
right,
collection
this
is
is where we
exclusive
could get
to.
it. How did it win awards and set up in Spain if there was only... You guys are crazy.
Should do the mid roll.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a quick pause there, guys. You've got to remember, there's a really nice offer if you would like some free beer this Christmas, along the lines of the awards that we are discussing just at the moment. You've got to bear in mind, there's a really nicely put together exclusive case from Beer52. All you got to do to claim your free case, I say free, you just got to pay for the postage, £5.95. Go to www.beer52.com/try that. and you can have a free case of 8 delicious beers. That's www.beer5and2.com/try that. And yeah, just cover the $5.95 and that'll get sent out to you. If you don't like dark beers, just pick the light option and it will all be away over to you. Within that package, you'll also get a couple of tasty snacks that we have absolutely devoured in about 5 seconds flat. There's Ferment magazine that will tell you all about the beers that you're looking at. It's just been its 10th anniversary. And if you don't realise by your own first-hand experience of how good a deal that is, you want to pause, cancel, you can do so anytime. Thanks very much. Stay tuned. We're going to do the rest of these beers.
I'm going to say one word to you guys. Schwarzbier.
Black beer.
Why are you swearing at me?
It's a black beer, right.
I would say Schwarz beer, personally.
That's probably how you'd actually pronounce it, my Neanderthal, anglicised, version.
Fine.
So,
how did you know I wanted to talk about Schwarz beer?
I've never come across this type of beer before, but now it makes more sense. It's a dark beer, right?
Yeah.
And because I was gonna lead you on to be like, what colour do you think it's gonna be? But you can I know what the colour is. It's dark.
So, and what does beer translate to?
Cerveza.
Oh
wait, no, different country. So we are going to talk about Avans. Avaans. That's the brewery. And they have won the Heritage Beer Award.
Heritage Beer Award?
Heritage Beer Award. So,
Heritage Beer Award. This is like Radio 2. Where, they just say everything twice. Radio 2.
Or it's that
Radio 2.
Or it's that scene out of Step Brothers when it's the Catalina wine.
It is the Catalina wine mixer. But, so pronounce this beer name again?
Vans.
No, that's the brewery, but what's the beer style?
Oh, sorry. Schwarz beer.
So this must be a very old heritage style of beer.
Heritage Beer Award. Yeah, so hang on, sorry. It's an old style of beer, not that this is an old... This has been going for a long time.
So this is a new brewery that's actually based out of the US. It's become really popular with US breweries, this German style of beer. And yeah, as you said, it's a very, very old heritage style of beer. Kind of like a pale ale, but, like a red ale in Scotland's pretty popular. Mm-hmm. This is obviously black ale, which is Germany's, quintessential one, outside of like a Pilsner or whatever that we think of.
I was thinking,
a really big one.
Again, it's the one area where I start to get my beer vocabulary a little bit mixed up, but I think of it being like a bock or a double bock or something that, possibly.
Or a dunkel.
Dunkel, yes. That might even be more what I was actually thinking.
So it's kind of like, I feel like it's lighter than a dunkel.
I don't know if what you just said will actually come through on the recording. I'm going to explain it to the listeners. I'm going to lean in and say, Drabber said that's what Germans do with their biscuits. They give it a little dunkel. Yes, yeah, I actually heard it live when he said it the first time.
It was very good. It was worth repeating, I agree. Yeah. So why this beer and this beer style has won the Heritage Beer Award is because heritage-wise it's got a very respectable pedigree, with evidence that it was brewed in ancient Saxony and Thuringia more than 2,000 years ago. That's quite a heritage of a beer style.
So what's Thuringia?
It's part of Germany.
Yeah. I was going to say I picked up Saxony because that was part of it.
Saxony and Thuringia were at one point principalities as part of the Holy Roman Empire, if you must know. But anyway, how often do you guys think about the Roman Empire?
Very rarely. The Holy Roman Empire just features nearly every half an hour.
I always think about the Byzantine Empire, actually.
That's right. Well, you can learn on our history podcast that we run as well.
Yeah, that's it.
So this heritage style has become really popular, as I said, with US craft brewers, and it's become, actually quite like a palate cleanser to like us UK drinkers that have been very hop obsessed. Like, I guess I get hop overloaded because this is like go back to your basics, i.e., heritage of like bring out the past of an amazing beer. So what Avans are doing here, and I've not come across Avans before, I must say. Again, hence why Beer52 is bringing you these different beers is great, because it's not like just you usually get the same stuff. But this is scrumptious. I can just say out loud, scrumptious.
What sort of percentage are we talking about? Sorry, from your Schwarz beer.
It's a 4%, so it's
Oh,
very,
okay.
very
Have a
palatable.
little
Please
taste.
have a Schwarz on it.
I might have a dunkel.
Yeah, it's kind of that thick, dark, treacly, almost, winter.
Ooh.
That's winter in a can.
It's
I'd
delicious,
say.
isn't it?
That is.
I think actually, because I've gone from obviously the Stone, IPA, which is hazy IPA, delicious hoppiness, but actually, as the Ferment magazine rightly pulls out, it's a really nice, like, if you want a bit of a rest from your hoppy beers, this Schwarz beer, brilliant.
You know, it tastes. The texture and the way it tastes as though it should be stronger than 4%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right.
a really good point.
I was trying it and I was like, "Oh, that feels like a 7, 6, 8% sort of thing." But I was just like, "Oh no, only a cheeky 4."
Yeah, you can almost, like, to a certain extent, you can have something with that depth of flavour that isn't also like 8 and 9%
Yeah.
and going to make you really regret it.
Yeah.
Just you wait till we get to our Mr. Multi at the end. Saving the best till
I think
last.
we are saving it in a big way, aren't we?
So before we get to Mr. Multi, what are you on, Bart? Your last
Well,
one,
we've
next
got
one.
me and... Oh, hang on, we've also got...
No, we've got-
I'm just saying, like, we're moving on, smoothly segueing into
It was smooth up until I questioned it, wasn't it? How dare you ask me what I'm drinking now? To be fair, I actually almost wanted to be left in peace and quiet to enjoy this beer. This is stonking.
Is
Go
it?
on, have a little go. Have a little go.
Okay.
I'm sorry, after I've had more.
I was going to say, who's now holding their beer with two
Right,
hands?
so,
Don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
Mine!
Oh damn!
Oh damn! I'm going to hold that with 2 hands.
Right, so
Well, I'm now gonna.
what everyone's getting decidedly frisky about is the winner.
Oh, that's really tasty. Sorry, I've just had some. That's really
If
tasty.
you guys will let me finish.
What award did they win?
Again, you got to think this is stiff competition. This
Okay.
is the best pale ale.
Wow. Okay, there's a lot
The
of
best
breweries and beers that would fit
ale,
that category.
right?
Wow.
So this is Steeplechase Pale Ale, 4.4% from Round Corner Brewing.
Who I have never heard of before.
I got to say, I did not know. They have won, Steeplechase rather, the beer itself has won the International Beer Awards super prestigious World Champion Ale Gong.
Wow.
First UK brewery to do so.
It's a UK brewery, Steeplechase.
Since 2010.
No, what are they called? Round Corner.
Round Corner Brewing, and so they are rubbing shoulders with the likes of Sierra Nevada,
Yes.
Firestone Walker, and Deschutes. I've never known how to say it. Never mind.
Is that the steeplechase? Sorry, what race is that? Is that the one where they jump?
Yeah, the horses jump over things.
Jump over things, yeah.
But yeah, it's good that you could just explain that for us. Anyway.
I'm glad you clarified that point.
So yeah, this is a lovely citrusy, piney, and I think I did have to check the notes on this. It's the pininess
Yes.
that I think I really.
I
like.
am
I've never been
taken
able
to
like,
a
label that
forest
before.
immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like
I mean-
licking those pine needles.
I mean, flooded with hops. Anyone tell me that if they can spot any of the hops that we might have recognised from other beers on this one?
Citra.
Yes,
Of
Citra,
course.
but keep
Oh,
going.
a Simcoe. It's got to have a Simcoe in it.
There is Simcoe in here. To be honest, just name all the hops that you know.
Centennial, Mosaic.
Correct.
Cascade.
Correct.
Oh, what's the other one we had? Magnum and Golding. Does it have those ones?
I'm afraid Magnum and Golding are not in here.
Right, damn it. Okay. Go on then, Bobs. What else are we missing?
I'll go through the list in alphabetical order. Amarillo, Citra, Simcoe, Mosaic, Centennial, Cascade, Motueka, and Mosaic Cryo.
Amarillo. They wrote a song about that, didn't they? Amarillo?
I think this is the way. Oh, that really was. That did not deserve the amount of laughter it got out of you. I don't actually ever know how to pronounce Motueka, but that's how I've been
You've
saying
given it a good go, though. That's
Thank
better than I
you.
would have said.
Thank you. Yeah, but just I'm gonna have to pour some of this out as well because it is a gorgeous orangey kind of colour.
Yeah.
Have a look at that.
That's gorgeous.
It looks
Almost
it looks-
sumptuous.
I've been drinking out of the can without even looking at that, but that it is a thing of beauty.
That is like that is
Very
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
And it was going to have to be bloody good to win the best pale award, but that is just something else.
Yeah. I'm honestly a bit blown away with that pale ale.
Yeah, I'm quite jealous that you were the one who first to try it.
Well, it's in.
You've had.
You've got. There's more. You've each got some.
Yeah, I was going to say a bit like that. But what's the last one you're on then?
Okay, so if I was to, I'm going to give you the name of the award first, okay?
Oh.
And then I want you to tell me what you think from that, okay? So this one is called One for the Road.
Oh god! I mean, I'm immediately like sessionable beer.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I'm thinking One for the Road is the send me home.
Oh yeah, they're
Okay,
on the
yeah.
spectrum. Okay,
So
I
yeah,
think it's a feisty, strong.
more like a dessert wine or dessert. You know.
Like I've been told I have to go home now. I'd actually like to stay in the pub, so I'm going to have to try and get 2 or 3 beers in one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
I like
you're
that.
going heavy.
So I was going to say, like, when I first read it, my one is, if I was going, One for the Road is when I'm going out and I'm going to take a beer with me. Is the
a roadie.
A roadie.
That's what I was more
yeah.
thinking, like sessionable, roadie
Sessionable,
ale.
roadie.
Yeah.
Interestingly, though, I mean, you seem to have poured into your glass tar with a head.
Yeah, that is very, very dark.
Yeah, but it really does not go. Yeah, for what I'm drinking, which is an oatmeal porter.
It's a porter.
A
Wow.
porter called Cauldron of Plenty.
Wow.
Okay.
From the White Hag, the Irish Brewing Company.
To be sure.
Oh, Irish.
Yeah, so the One for the Road Award is the One for the Road Award celebrates the crossing of borders, be it national, personal, or creative. And it is from the White Hag Brewery. Oh, there's a dog burrowing into my bag.
You heard your description of the beer and thought,
Do you know what? Sorry to bring into this. I've just read the description.
Yeah.
That they are called, like Beer52 are describing this beer in the tasting notes. Described as liquidized crunchy bars in a stout. Beautifully smooth, very sessionable with a touch of salt for that extra Friday feeling. Are you getting that?
Okay. So it's weird they would say that because the crunchy bar is my favourite chocolate bar. Hands down, I think it's
you like
fantastic.
a crunchy?
I love a crunchy
That
bar.
little cracklingness?
With the honeycomb wrapped around it.
Oh, yeah. I do like a crunchy. I put my tongue in the middle of it and then, let it crackle.
It's just got weird.
You made that weird
It's
joke.
the fact that I was staring you both in the eye at the same time.
Yeah.
Wes is down here judging you at the same time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wes.
And
Oh, come in the door.
you know what? I am getting a bit of a crunchy hint.
Oh.
Which is quite nice.
That is not something I hear every day.
Yeah. I'm not getting a crunchy buzz, but I'm getting a crunchy hint.
Crunchy buzz.
What's even happening?
Would you like to try some crunchy?
Try this crunchy.
Talk to us about these white hag malts then. White hag, sorry, that's
Brewery.
the brewery. Yeah.
Okay, so we're chatting about White Hag Brewery Co.
Right, the White Hag malts is a lengthy list.
The White Hag malts.
White Hag malts, yeah, because it's the brewery. Take a breather.
Let's get into the Mr. Malty. That is a delicious brew. The White Hag thingy, really tasty.
Cauldron of Plenty,
Thank
yes,
you.
and it owes it to the Munich brown malt, dark malt, pale crystal, chocolate malt, flaked oats, rice hulls malt. We got through it. We're okay.
We did it.
We nailed it.
We did it.
Hooray.
Professional. Right, I've opened up the Mr. Malty.
The long-awaited Mr. Malty.
We've
want
been
it.
talking
I'm
about-
still enjoying steeplechase.
No, you're gonna have to steeple that
No,
check.
no,
You're gonna have to chase that steeple right now because Mr. Malty is a coming. He's not waiting.
Wait, I need to find out first what he won, Mr. Malty.
If it isn't the best name award, I don't want to know
I'm finding
because I've never heard of a beer called It's called from Basqueland, obviously in Catalonia. No, in the Basque country of Spain. From Spain. I know they're different places. It's the Adventures of Mr. Malty, and it's a Baltic porter. That's a 7.2%.
Does that mean it's very cold?
Richard is going to try that out the can, and Matthew is going to finish off his steeplechase.
The Baltic.
So Mr. Malty has an Indiana Jones coffee bean on the front, which I'm quite enjoying. And it's
Oh, it is. Yeah, no, it's got like a cowboy hat and a whip and everything. Is this? Sorry, I'm getting confused because I was just cross-referencing this with Ferment magazine. Is this Basqueland? We said Basqueland.
Yes, it's
Basqueland,
Basqueland's
yeah.
Mr. Malty.
Well, this is. I think the category this has won is just EU Champion 2023.
Wow. That's a big award to have won.
Well, it's one less country.
What?
That's 7 years old now.
Is it really
That's
7 years old?
your topical political banter has just gone out the flipping window, isn't it?
So, Mr. Multi is described as exhibiting a harmonious blend of aromas and flavours, including roasted malt sweetness, dark chocolate ganache, toffee, hints of coffee, and even dark fruit, undertones of raisin and plums. A subtle, balanced alcohol warmth, and sorry, I don't know why that made me laugh, and hop bitterness adds complexity and balance to every sip.
Yeah, it's a dark, rich, hearty, like puts hairs on your chest type of.
You know what? This is going to sound really odd. I could weirdly drink this beer warm. Like
I don't
like
think
a mulled cider. Or Is that a weird thing to say?
No. I think it is a warming beer, isn't it? It's one to have in winter to warm you up.
It's like a mulled cider, mulled wine type kind of beer. I get that. But almost what it takes me to is you kind of want it heated and then poured on top of like sticky toffee pudding or something.
What I kind of like though is that it's coming from Basqueland,
which is
the
not
Basque country,
which is not Catalonia.
Yes, there are two distinct variants. But I mean, like, quite further south than here, in an area that you would not think has such harsh winters as here, and therefore this type of beer would not go down that well.
They do have quite harsh winters though, that side, because they're on the Atlantic side, so they get a lot of wind and rain on that side. You know, it's not like Catalonia,
like
on the
Cornwall,
Mediterranean side.
Really,
I know a lot about Catalonia.
He's smashing us over the head with him knowing the difference between Catalonia and the Basque Country.
They have different types of languages as well, and variations.
It is
unique cultures.
Basque Country, because you two have gotten so giddy at the fact that we're recording in person. But it's because Basque Country is the bit almost between France and Spain, right?
Now he's trying to show off their knowledge of the Basque Country.
So, and also, what I was saying before, how I didn't think that this is a beer I'd expect to come out of here, but actually, not far from that western part of the border between Spain and France is San Sebastian.
Oh.
It's very big on its food and has like a load of. You can go get really unbelievable cider in that neck of the woods.
Cider?
Yeah.
Why are you chatting about cider?
I'm just saying that
it's an area.
It's an area.
Sorry.
I don't think actually San Sebastian counts as Basque Country, but it's just that area is quite a like food and drink melting pot. You know, I'm taking it seriously, and you guys are just laughing at me. Anyway, at least I flipping know where Catalonia is.
No, they're distinct places. I don't know. I can say it again if you'd like me to. But yeah, Mr. Multi. It does exactly as it says on the tin.
It's malty.
It is malty. It's roasted. It's got a very high levels of. It's actually quite a lot. Obviously, got a lot of body.
Yeah.
It's very sweet though. I do quite enjoy the fact that it has got a bit of a sweetness to it. I think if it wasn't sweet, this would be a bit of an overpowering beverage.
It would be hard to drink if there wasn't that sweet edge to it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think this is almost kind of beverage. I might be reading between the lines here, but I almost think this is a little bit of an invitation to get people to go and try Basqueland because they have some really good products here. I almost think that they've all kind of potentially got the award for the brewery rather than the beer, and this is a really interesting.
I see. So is the Euro winner? What's the award? Remind us.
EU winner 2023. EU brewer.
Of the brewery though, not the product.
Sorry, I feel like I'm going to go back and just check this. EU champion 2023, Basqueland Brewing.
So the brewery won that award, not the product.
Yeah.
And interesting.
This is one of those. So go and have a little look.
That's interesting that they chose this one then as their thing, because it is very good. It's tasty, but I'd have almost thought that they'd have chosen a beer that might have been less polarizing as a dark beer.
And something a bit more, ideally something a bit more accepting of the palate for the majority.
Yeah.
Well, I think if they can nail this,
but
it's like nailing a really hard brief. If you go and get someone from the Basque country to go and make you a lager, you'd expect them to, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
that's not going to make.
Whereas
it
this
stand
is
out.
a Baltic porter.
Yeah,
Which is like just one off of Imperial Porter, which we have covered in
For real.
previous.
Yeah. That's given them a hard brief, and they've created a beer that
Very
we've
palatable.
actually gone.
Yeah.
Fair.
You're right. I can follow that logic, Matthew.
Thank you. I should do a podcast.
What your
Cool.
logic?
Well, we've tasted. We have not done all of the beers that Beer 52 have provided. There's also within the awards. There's Arbor.
Oh, wow.
There's-
Bristol-based brewery, Arbor.
Yeah. There's some real winners in there. We did Evans. We did White Hag. Sorry, I'm just looking at a couple more on the list that I thought might be worth. Lost and Grounded. I think.
Haven't done that one.
Actually, that was one that I nearly featured. I very
New
nearly
Bristol
got you.
Brewing. I did read out all of their malts, but that's not. we
New
haven't actually
Bristol
got
Brewery, we have mentioned before. We tried them at the Craft Beer Festival. I mean,
Signature Brew and Gypsy Hill as well.
I mean,
We've
these
spoken
boxes.
about those before.
These boxes are dealing with the big boys or the big boys you don't know about yet. So fair play. That it's a really nice little selection they got going on.
And it's probably a good job we didn't sample every single beer that was sent to us for that, because it is a lot of beer. I'm not going to lie, we've drunk a fair few this evening.
Thank you again, Beer52, for getting us involved. I think it was like close to 42 beers that they've provided us, which is lovely. Which, as you said, we haven't gone through all of them. But yeah, no, this is a good selection.
I really wanted to try the Morsloitel.
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
And neither do I, but you just heard something out of my face. So, yeah, just to recap, if anyone wants to get their hands on a free case of these fantastic award-winning beers, all you got to do is cover the postage, $5.95. That is, of course, just head to www.beer52.com/try that. That's www.beer52.com/try that, and you can claim your free case and enjoy.
And that's all we have time for this week's episode of the I'll Try That podcast. And so from me, Joe, Rich,
Barber,
and Simo.
goodbye. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram,
Twitter.
I'll try that podcast.com.
And watch us on YouTube.
Goodbye now.